page 3, Newark,
Yeah.
paragraph page 221. Last headword was square. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so Newark, repeat square,
Square.
round.
Round.
Very good. Okay, listen. Square and round are adjectives. Okay, so if we describe the shape of a square, so a
Yeah.
square is a square,
Yeah.
and a circle is round.
Yeah.
Okay, so for example, the face of this watch is square. Okay, and another example is there are two pictures round this classroom. Okay, so she doesn't walk around the classroom during the lesson. She sits on her chair. Okay, so let's practice. Is the face of. Oh, let me scroll down first. Okay, here we go. So, is the face of this watch square? Is the face of this watch square? No.
Oh,
The face of that
the face of
watch
that watch
isn't square.
isn't square.
It's round.
It's round.
Very good. How many pictures are there round these walls? How many pictures are there round these walls? There are two pictures
The two pictures
round those walls.
on those walls.
Very good. Does she walk around the classroom during the lesson? Does she walk around the classroom during the lesson? No. She doesn't
It
walk
does not
around
walk
the
around
classroom
the classroom
during the lesson.
during the lesson.
She sits on her chair.
She sits her
On her
she sits on
chair.
her chair.
Very good. Okay, next, repeat shake,
Shake,
nod,
not,
like nod, N-O-D, nod.
nod.
Very good. Okay, listen. Shake is a verb. It means to make some move something quickly. For
Yeah.
example, I'm shaking my pen.
Hmm.
I don't always shake hands with my friends every time I see them. We shake our heads when we say no, and we nod when we say yes. Okay, so let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're shaking your
You're
pen.
shaking your pen.
Very good. Do you always shake hands with your friends every time you see them? Do you always shake hands with your friends every time you see them? Yes or no?
No,
I don't always
I
shake
don't
hands
always
with my
shake hands
friends
with my friends
every time I see them.
every time I see them.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're nodding your
You're
head.
nodding your head.
Very good. Do we nod our heads when we say no? Do we nod our heads when we say no? No,
No,
we don't nod our
we don't
heads
our head
when we say
and we
no.
say no.
We shake our heads
We shake our
when
head
we say no.
when we say no.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Direct.
Hmm.
Direct.
The
Direct.
direct, okay.
Directly.
Directory
Method.
method.
It is cold.
It is called
Think.
think.
Very good. Okay, listen. So this direct method we are using for learning English is called the Callan method. For example, in a Callan method, students don't translate before speaking. They think and
Yeah,
speak directly in the new language.
yeah.
Okay, so let's practice. Are there direct trains that go from Paris to London? Are there direct trains that go from Paris to London? Yes, there
Yes.
are direct
Yeah.
trains
The
that go direct trains
direct train
that go from Paris
go from
to
Paris
London.
to London.
Right? In a Callan method lesson, do students translate before speaking? In a Callan method lesson, do students translate before speaking? No.
No,
In a Callan method lesson,
listen.
students
The
don't translate
don't translate
before speaking.
before speaking.
They think and speak
They
directly
speak directly
in the new language.
in the new language.
Very good. Thanks. Repeat. Soup.
Suit.
Very good. Okay, listen. So, for example, I prefer drinking soup from a cup. Okay, let's practice. Do you prefer drinking soup from a cup or eating it from a bowl? Do you prefer drinking soup from a cup or eating it from a bowl? I prefer.
I prefer cup.
There, do you prefer drinking soup from a cup or eating it from a bowl? So I
Drinking.
prefer
I prefer
drinking
drinking
soup
from
from a cup
drinking soup from a cup,
than eating it from a bowl.
eating it from a bowl.
Very good. Next, repeat more or less.
More or less.
More or less. Okay, listen. So instead of saying it's about time to go home, we can say it's more or less time to go home. Another example is the countries of Europe are more or less friends today. Okay, for example, it's more or less time to have breakfast. The weather isn't more or less the same in the north and the south of Europe. Okay, let's practice. Is it more or less time to have breakfast? Is it more or less time to have breakfast? Yes or no?
Yes.
It's more or less time
More or less
to
time
have breakfast.
to have breakfast.
Very good. Is the weather more or less the same in the north and the south of Europe? Is the weather more or less the same in the north and south of Europe? No. The
No.
weather isn't. The
The
weather isn't
the isn't
more or less the
more or
same
less
in
the
the
same
north and the
in the north
south of Europe.
as of Europe.
It's very different.
It's very different.
Very good. Thanks. Repeat accent.
Accent.
Okay, very good. Okay, listen. The word accent is a noun. One meaning of the word accent is the way in which people pronounce words. For example, I speak English with a Filipino accent. You speak English with a Japanese accent.
Hmm.
People in the UK speak English with a British accent. Okay, another meaning of the word accent is, for example, the word tomorrow has three syllables. Tomorrow. So, tomorrow syllables. The accent
Yeah.
in the word tomorrow is on the second syllable in more. Tomorrow. Okay, so let's practice. What kind of accent you speak English with? What kind of accent you speak English with? I speak English
I speak
with
English
a Japanese
with
accent.
Japanese accent.
Very good. Where's the accent in the word mathematics? Where's the accent in the word mathematics? The accent in the word
Accent the
mathematics
word
is
mathematics
on the third syllable.
on third syllable.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of new work. Let's move on to reading. Okay, so get
To
your
reading,
reading.
yeah.
Okay, so our reading is at lesson 33, page 200. Okay, start with better than, worse than, whole.
Accessory, uh,
Lesson
better,
33, page,
better than,
yeah, that's correct.
yeah. Better than, worse than, Paul.
Hmm.
Do you speak English better than your language? No, I don't speak English better than my language. I speak it worse than my language. Do you think uh, uh, uh,
You think Tokyo?
Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole? No, I don't think Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole. I think it's a better place to live in than the North Pole.
Mhm.
Is
Suzuki?
Suzuki a better car than a Rolls Royce? No, a Suzuki isn't better car than a Rolls Royce. It's a worse car than a Rolls Royce. Is uh, on
ABC
ABC market
supermarket?
supermarket a worse supermarket
Then
than
one, two, three.
123 supermarket?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ABC supermarket is a worse supermarket than 123 supermarket. No, ABC store supermarket isn't a worse supermarket than
One, two, three.
123 supermarket.
It's a
It's a
better
better supermarket
than.
then
One, two.
one, two, three,
Very,
supermarket.
very good.
Capital letter. Does the word Monday begin with a capital M? Yes, the word Monday begins with a capital M. When do we use capital letters? We use capital letters at the beginning of a sentence for the pronoun I and for the first letter of people's names, place names, days of the week, months of the year, nationalities, and languages. The best, the worst. Why do you think it's the best place in this country to live in? I think Okinawa is the best place in this country to live.
Mhm.
Which do you think is the worst day of the week? I think Monday is the worst day of the week. What is your best subject at school? Uh, social,
Social
social,
studies,
social,
social or sociology.
society is my best subject at school.
Hmm.
What is your worst
Yep.
subject?
What was
What was your
worst?
worst subject at school? Uh, 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 uh,
What?
uh,
What?
nation, uh,
What was
nation,
your worst
uh,
subject? Or no,
uh,
nothing.
uh, mathematics
Was
was my worst subject at school.
very good.
Game, rugby, golf, basketball, card.
Hmm.
What kind of games do you like the best? The kind of games I like the best are golf,
Our golf and
golf hand,
what else?
uh, golf, golf hand, baseball.
Baseball. Very good.
Do children like playing games? Yes, children like playing games. Tell me the name of a card game. The name of a card game is uh, uh, Pokemon card game.
Pokemon card game. Very good.
Name me some games in which we use a ball, please. Some games
In which?
in which we use a ball, football, tennis, rugby, golf, basketball, etc. Look at, watch. The difference between to look at and to watch is that we use to look at for something that is still, whereas we use we use
To
to
watch.
watch for something that is moving.
Hmm.
What's the difference between to look at and to watch? The difference between to look at and to watch is that we use to look at for something that is there, whereas we use to watch for something that is moving.
Hmm.
Look my look at my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm looking at your hand. Now now
What?
watch my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm watching your hand. Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? No, it isn't right to say you are watching that picture. Why not? Because that picture is there. What must I say instead? You must say you are looking at that picture instead.
Instead. Very good.
Is it right to say we look at a game of football? No, it isn't right to say we look at a game of football. Why not? Because a game of football moves. What must we say instead? We must say we watch a game of football instead. Living room. In which room do families generally watch TV? Families generally watch TV in the living room. Why? To do? If somebody asks, why are you here at the moment? You can answer to learn English.
Mhm.
If somebody asks, Why do you get up early? You can say to go to work.
Hmm.
Why do people go to restaurants? People go to restaurants to eat good food. Why do children study math at school? Children study math at school to learn about numbers. Why are you doing at English course? I'm doing at English course to learn how to speak English well.
Very good.
Gerund,
Gerund.
gerund,
Pre-
preposition
plus.
plus noun.
Very good.
A gerund is a noun that we make by putting the letter ing at the end of a verb. For example, speaking, eating, coming. In English, after a preposition, we use a noun. For example, on the table, after the lesson. If we want to speak about an action after a preposition, we use the gerund, not the infinitive. For example, we say for buying after eating, etc. Do we use the gerund or
The infinitive.
the infinitive after preposition? We use the gerund after a preposition.
Hmm.
Give me some examples, please. Before coming, after talking, for buying, etc.
Very good.
What is a gerund? A gerund is a noun that we make by putting the letters in at the end of a verb.
Very good.
Do you think the best shop in this town for buying men's clothes? I think Uniqlo is the best shop in this town for buying men's clothes. What do you do before coming to school each day? I eat breakfast, speak to my friends, etc. before coming to school each day. Are you good at playing football? Yes, I'm good at playing football. No,
Oh,
I'm not. I'm not good at playing football. I'm bad at playing football.
playing football. Very good. Okay, so that's the end of reading. Let's move on to the next part, revision.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's start revision. Okay, here we go. So, on which side of your body is your heart? On which side of your body is your heart? My heart
my
is
heart
on the left
is
side
on the left
of my
side
body.
of my body.
Greg, what's the difference between the words quick and quickly? What's the difference between the words quick and quickly? The difference
The difference
between the
between
words quick
the word
and quickly
speak and quickly
is that
is
quick
right.
is an adjective
Quick is an adjective
and quickly
and
is an adverb.
quickly is an verb.
Greg, give me an example of the difference. Give me an example of the difference, please. He is a quick
He
writer.
is a quick
He
writer.
writes quickly.
He writes quickly.
Greg, do you speak English quickly? Do you speak English quickly? No, I don't
No, I
speak
don't speak
English quickly.
English quickly,
But I speak it
but I
quickly
speak
enough.
it quickly enough.
Greg, do people walk more quickly in hot weather than in cold? Do people walk more quickly in hot weather than in cold? No, people don't
People
walk
don't
more
walk
quickly
more quickly
in hot
in hot,
weather
in
than
hot
in
weather
cold.
in cold.
They walk more slowly.
They walk more slowly.
Greg, can you text as quickly as you can speak? Can you text as quickly as you can speak? Yes or no?
Yes,
I can text
I can text
as quickly as I
as
can
quickly as
speak.
I can speak.
Very good. Okay, what's the opposite of deep? What's the opposite of deep? The opposite of
The
deep
opposite
is
D
shallow.
is shallow.
Is the river Thames deeper than the Mediterranean Sea? Is the river Thames deeper than the Mediterranean Sea? No, the river Thames
The river Thames
isn't deeper than
isn't
the
deeper
Mediterranean
than
Sea.
the Mediterranean Sea.
It's shallower than
Shallower
the
than
Mediterranean Sea.
the Mediterranean Sea.
Greg, do people study subjects deeply at university? Do people study subjects deeply at university? Yes,
Yes,
people study subjects
for the subject
deeply at university.
at university.
Very good. What's the difference between the words close and close? What's the difference between the words close and close? The difference between
The difference
the word
between
close
the
and
word
close
close and
is
close
that
is
close is a verb,
close, but
whereas close
close
is an
is
adjective.
adjective.
Where it is Japan close to Brazil? Is Japan close to Brazil? No.
No,
Japan isn't close
president
to
close
Brazil.
here,
It's very far from
very
Brazil.
far from Brazil.
Who is your closest friend? Who is your closest friend? Mr. X
Mr. X
is
is
my closest friend.
this France.
Very good. If you arrive too early at the station, what must you do? If you arrive too early at the station, what must you do? If I arrive too
Before I
early
arrive
at the
to
station,
early, but at the station,
I must wait for the train.
I must wait
For the train.
for train.
Very good. Do you like waiting? Do you like waiting? No, I don't
No,
like waiting.
don't like
I
waiting.
dislike waiting.
I dislike waiting.
Very good. If you arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, how long must you wait for the lesson to begin? If you arrive here at the school 10 minutes too early, how long must you wait for the lesson to begin? If I arrive here
Alright,
at the
here
school
at
10
the
minutes
school
too
10
early,
minutes too
I
early.
must wait 10
Must wait
minutes
10
for
minutes
the lesson to
for
begin.
the lesson to begin.
Very good. Is it pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain? Is it pleasant to wait for somebody in the rain? No, it isn't
No,
pleasant
it isn't
to wait for
present
somebody
to
in
wait
the
for
rain.
somebody
It's
raining.
unpleasant.
It's not present.
Very good. Give me a sentence with the word to, meaning also. Give me a sentence with the word to, meaning also, please. Her eyes were green.
For eyes,
Her eyes were
uh,
green.
uh, uh, green,
Were green.
green
And her hair
in her hair
was green too.
was green too.
Very good. Okay. What's the difference between the words ever and never? What's the difference between the words ever and never? The difference between
The difference
the words
between
ever
was
and never
never and
is
never
that the
is
word ever
the never
is positive
is positive
and is generally used
and generally
in
used
questions,
in question.
whilst the word
Thus,
never,
well, never,
ever, is positive
never is positive
and is generally used
and generally used
in questions.
in question.
Very good. Okay. Does it ever snow in the south of Italy in summer? Does it ever snow in the south of Italy in summer? No,
No,
it never snows
it never snowed
in the south of Italy
in the south of Italy
in summer.
in summer.
Very good. Do you ever come here on Sunday? Do you ever come here on Sunday? Yes or
Yes,
no? I sometimes come here
from here on
on
Sunday.
Sunday. Very good.
Sunday.
Does the sun ever shine during the night? Does the sun ever shine during the night? No. The
No,
sun never shines
shine
during the night.
with night.
Very good. Okay. Is Christmas ever on the 21st of December? Is Christmas ever on the 21st of December? No. Christmas is
It is
never
not
on the
never
21st of December.
Christmas
Of
is
December. It's always
never
on the 25th of December.
is
It's
on
always
25th, always
on the
20,
25th of December.
25th of December.
Very good. One more. No, Christmas is
No,
never
Christmas
on the
is never
21st of
on the
December.
21st of
It's
December.
always on the 25th
It's
of December.
always on
On the
25th
25th of December.
of
Very good. Okay. Next. What's this? What's this? Oh, it's like very slow. It's a square.
it's a square,
Very. What's this? What's this? It's a circle.
it's a circle,
Very good. Okay. So, okay, okay, here we go. So, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're shaking your pen.
you're shaking your pen.
Do you always shake hands with your friends every time you see them? Do you always shake hands with your friends every time you see them? No, I
No.
don't
I
always shake hands
shake
with my
hands
friends
with friends
every time I see them.
when I see them.
Very good. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're nodding your head.
You're nodding your head.
Very good. Okay, but we stop there for today. But thank
Yeah,
you very
thank you very
much.
much.
And very good practice for today. See you again next lesson.